Qualification of the women's shot put. Two pools taking place at the same time. This is Pool B. Nadine Kleinert of Germany, round one, and qualifies comfortably. Well beyond the orange line of qualification, which is 17 meters 50. And that, I have to say, is probably going to be in the reach of the majority of these athletes taking part here in qualification. Finals later tonight. Qualified without any drama whatsoever. 18 meters 98 through to the final. So over in Pool A, Miknovic from Belarus. And again, the qualification mark of 17 meters 50 should be well within her reach. Got a season's best of 19 meters 80, the defending European champion. And no doubt whatsoever, making sure in this searing heat here at the Olympic Stadium. So we'll be sure that she competes in tonight's final, which could well be a Belarusian clean sweep.
Well, the first shot put final, well, the first field event final, even the women's shot put. This is Nadine Kleinert of Germany, 3 World Championship silvers and Olympic silver as well. It's out towards 19 metres. Kleinert over 19 metres this season, 19 metres and 64. The outstanding favourite, though, here is going to be Ostapchuk from Russia. And that was measured at 18 metres 94. Problems there with the graphics. This is Lammert, also of Germany. Season's best of 1942. It's probably going to be a fight for the minor medals. As I said, Ostapchuk almost a metre further than everybody else. So Lammert getting her campaign underwear good and strong across the back of the circle. And this one measured at 18 metres and 84, just behind her teammate. Outstanding favourite in the women's shot put, Ostapchuk, very appropriately named. The lead was Kleinert's, and that has been absolutely smashed by the Russian, way over 19 metres. She's way over 20 metres this year. And Paul, it's very difficult to see her being beaten, isn't it?
Well, it is. Her nearest rival in the world at the moment comes from New Zealand, the world champion Valerie Veely. But Ostapchuk, 1967, an early stranglehold on this shot put final.
So it's the second round now in the women's shot put. And this is the defending European champion from Belarus, Natalia Miknovic. Her teammate, Ostapchuk, is still leading, 19 metres and 67. I don't think that's quite as far, but it's well over 19 metres. Possibility here of a clean sweep from Belarusia. Stravelinska is second in the European rankings, and Miknovic up to 19 metres 52 into second place. We're back in the shot put. Into round 3 now, Abdieva of Russia. She's thrown 18 metres and 25 so far, and that is much better. The lead, Ostapchuk, a teammate Miknovic in second place. But Abdieva out over 19 metres, and this women's shot put starting to come alive. We'll still be looking for that big 20-metre throw from Ostapchuk. But the minor medals will be around that 19.5-metre mark, I think. And Abdieva up to 19 metres and 25, bronze medal position at the moment. Well, here is the third Belarusian, ranked second in Europe so far this year. 19 metres and 95, Janina Prabalinska. Very tall, very rangy, and it's very long. 1967 the target for the gold medal position. Miknovic, the defending champion, 1952. Abdieva, 19 metres and 25. And Prabalinska putting herself into the mix in this third round. Well, just waiting for that to come through. But there it is, 19 metres 29. Well, here is Ostapchuk, the leader in this women's shot put in round 4, and she's way over 20 metres. Around the circuit this year, she has been unbeatable, over 20 metres pretty much on every occasion. Now she's done it, I reckon the gold medal is hers.
Yes, I mean, the competition certainly has a round and a few to go, doesn't it? But I think you hand the medal around her neck now. Nobody, I don't feel, is going to get close to that. That's almost a metre further than anybody else. Great throw, 20.43, confirms her status not just as #1 in last round of the women's shot. Anna Adaeva in 4th place, just outside of the medals. The step back technique unleashes one. Now that has almost bisected the arc between 19 and 20 metres. Looks as though she could have got held close to Prevalinskaya. Ostapchuk, the overall leader there, is safe. Not a glide, not a rotating technique, it's a step back technique. Very simple, very effective, and certainly one that youngsters could use when they're learning this event. So Adaeva, 1939, has moved up into 3rd place.
Well, up until that point, it was a 1-2-3 for Belarusia. I'm sure they'll come into these championships hoping for that. Can Prevalinskaya respond to the Russian? Tall, rangy, a bit ragged. Well, very difficult to tell from that. Well, the athletes so often know, even if it is just a few centimetres. And I think the shake of the head from Prevalinskaya tells you the story that she hasn't quite made it. Adaeva then in the background pacing very, very nervously. And that tells you that she hasn't thrown that far. Adaeva has definitely got the bronze medal. I don't think she was expecting it. She is absolutely delighted.
Well, Miknovic has got one throw left to try and beat her teammate, Nadezhda Ostapchuk. And she needs 20 metres 43. She hasn't got it. But we know now it's a Belarusian 1-2. They've taken gold and silver in this first field event final. But Miknovic, the defending European champion, has lost that gold medal, lost that championship after 4 years. Very tall, very rangy. I think she could probably make use of her legs a little bit more. But on this occasion, she hasn't managed to hoist that 4-kilogram shot, as we see the bronze medalist there, Adaeva of Russia. I think she's quite pleased with that. But Miknovic, destined for silver.
Yeah, I think the Russians very pleased indeed. There really was no doubt coming into this competition, I think, who the winner was going to be. Ostapchuk. Can she improve in the final round? She could have done, you know. The second throw over 20 metres. 8 from 8 in 2010, coming into the European Championships here in Barcelona. It is now 9 from 9, and she has a European gold to add to her world indoor gold. It's been a fascinating battle through the circuit, her and Valerie Vili of New Zealand. That will continue in the Diamond League. You'll be able to see that on BBC television. But today it's all about European gold, and the Spanish director very much likes the bronze medal for the Russian. And there's a hug from Barney the blob, maybe? I'm not quite sure what it is. Not too much design in there. But Ostapchuk is the champion. So here's confirmation. Ostapchuk, the European champion, 20 metres and 48, almost a metre ahead of her teammate, the defending champion Natalia Miknovic, and then Anna Adaeva, Caesar's best, 19 metres and 39.